So it is Black History Month, and it's important to use this month to reflect on the past, right? California has a history of so-called sundown towns. These are places where Black people and other minorities were excluded, were at night through laws that were set in the community. Harassment and sometimes violence. One of those cities was Glendale. Our Coco McAvoy explains how the city has now become a trailblazer in recognizing its troubled history.
At the Glendale Central Library, curator Ara Oshagan sorts through boxes filled with newspaper articles, photos, and documents, all showing Glendale's troubled past.
People who have been around know something about Glendale's racist past. They know that some things happened in different places in the city, but nobody really knew exactly the details, or nobody really delved into it.
Until 2020, following the murder of George Floyd, curators, librarians, and archivists unearthed the documents at the library to create an exhibit called Reckoning. Library Director Gary Schaefer.
Libraries don't forget. We keep information, and I think what the team did that was very unique is they took what could be really dry information and they really made it accessible to people.
The online exhibit with videos and guides details the city's history as a decades-long hub for the American Nazi Party and the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK holding rallies in Glendale as recent as the 1980s. The archives also proving Glendale was one of many sundown towns in California and throughout the nation.
A sundown town is a city or town that is all white on purpose, so uses informal and formal means to keep African Americans and other people of color out of the city.
Though there was no official law on the books, Glendale excluded Black people through informal policies and police intimidation, preventing Black residents from buying property or simply being in the city at nighttime.
We didn't have Jim Crow in California, but we had sundown town laws.
Tara Peterson, the CEO of the YWCA Glendale and Pasadena, is one of the powerful voices behind remedying Glendale's past.
We really need to talk about issues of race in our community. We need to talk about the issues that people of color experience.
Peterson and community leaders formed the Coalition for an Anti-Racist Glendale and drafted a historic sundown town resolution.
We have to first acknowledge our history, and we have to apologize and atone for it.
Glendale City Council passed the resolution in 2020, making Glendale the first city in California to do so, and just the third in the nation.
It becomes a tool. It becomes a tool to advocate for other changes. So as the city of Glendale is looking at its policies and practices around housing, as it's looking at its policies and practices around economic and businesses, we're able to now say, hey, remember you passed the Sundown Town Resolution?
The cities of Burbank and South Pasadena, both former sundown towns, passed similar resolutions after Glendale's move.
It has inspired other communities to follow suit, and that is, feels really good to be a part of a city that stepped up to do the right thing.
Creating a path forward following Glendale's discriminatory history, a past Oshagan wants people to know and learn about through his exhibit for years to come.
I think when you're moved emotionally or psychologically, then you shift your perspective, and I think art has the power to do that. And if you change your perspective, then there's hope for change.
Coco McAvoy, Fox 11 News.
Our thanks to Coco. And by the way, as Coco pointed out, Glendale the first city to do this, but there are some 100 other communities in California that were so-called sundown towns. So we'll see if other communities follow suit.